These are your highlights from Week 12's Americas Conference heads-up match, and the third and final match of the evening was the Las Vegas Moneymakers' Jonathan Little, who needed to win all 3 games to have a chance of getting to the playoffs, versus Phil Galfond of the San Francisco Rush. The lead went to Galfond in its early stages, Jonathan finding a great fold in hand 11 with his trips against Galfond's full house. Little's analysis is spot on, and the Moneymakers live to play another hand. Hand 15 was a race, Jack Queen for Little versus Galfond's 4s. Jonathan hit the Jack on the flop, no help came to save Phil, and they were back to starting stacks. Jonathan went for it on the river on hand 22 with not a lot, just Jack 8 and a high card bluff. But could Phil find the call with the better hand? He went through all of Jonathan's ranges in a true masterclass before calling with the better hand, and in one fell swoop, the Las Vegas Moneymakers were RIP, San Francisco taking 3 points. Into Game 2, and we were hoping for more of a masterclass from both players. Hand 1 was a diamond flush for Galfond and a full house on the river for Jonathan, but would Phil smell it out? He went into the think tank once again, explaining his thoughts before laying down the nut flush. Absolutely incredible. Hand 7 was 6s and 5s, no help for the 5s, and the points went to the Las Vegas Moneymakers, but we knew everyone would be talking about that hand where Phil laid down the nut flush fold. On to Game 3, and this one was the equalizer. Into the first 20 hands, and Jonathan was down to 15 big blinds. Hand 23 was 2 pairs for Jonathan and king high for Phil. It meant Little was able to bring the stacks a little closer to evens once again. Hand 35, Jonathan hit his queen on the turn, and it was all over for Phil. The Las Vegas Moneymakers take those 6 points and win the match, but it wasn't enough to keep them from the relegation zone, and we knew they were doomed not to make the playoffs. RIP Moneymakers.